Hi, my name's Kath. I'm from Toy Discounts, and today I'm going to be looking at Ticket to Ride First Journey. This is a fab new family game based on the original game, which was Ticket to Ride down there. But this game is actually suitable for all ages, from 6 and above. Actually, you could probably play it with a 5-year-old if they already play games already. It's a much simpler game than the original. The pieces are a lot bigger to hold as well, so much better for smaller hands. The actual routes themselves are a lot shorter, which will then keep children engaged and maintain their interest. The design of it, the layout, the pictures of it, are all much more eye-catching as well for children. Gameplay takes about 30 minutes, so it's really good at capturing their interest and making sure that children have lots and lots of fun. It's for about 4 players, yeah, highly recommend this one, and we're going to find out why. So when you open the board game, you'll find nice clear instructions inside. Lovely board here as well. It's going to last you a long time. And then lots of different coloured trains. You've also got your train cards as well in lots of different colours. Blacks, yellows, reds, blues, whites, multicoloured. You've also got the journeys that you're going to be completing as well. These are your train tickets. So this one here is Calgary to San Francisco. And you've also got coast to coast cards as well. So to set up the game, you need to shuffle the cards, and then each player is given 4 train cards and 2 ticket cards. Each player also gets given 20 trains as well. The cards then get put face down on the table, ready for gameplay. The aim of the game is to be the first player to complete 6 tickets or 6 journeys across America. On each turn you can do one of 2 things. You can either draw train cards, in which case you are going to draw 2 cards like this from the top of the deck to add to your hand, or you can claim a route. You claim a route by placing down trains onto the board like this to the corresponding card that you have. So if you have 1 red card, you would put down 1 red train there like that. If you have 4 black cards, you would have 4 trains down there on that route there. Gameplay starts with the youngest first, and then it's clockwise around the table. When you turn your cards over, you can see the journeys that you have to complete. So my first one is going from New York to Atlanta, and the second one is going from Seattle down to Los Angeles. When I look at the train cards that I have to complete these journeys, I've got a blue, a green, a black and a yellow. So if we start off with the New York to Atlanta trip here that I have to make, I can see using these cards that I've got 1 yellow there, which I could use to complete this segment of the journey. So I'm going to put that into a discard pile, and I'm going to put my train onto there between New York and Washington. That's my go done. So I then wait for everyone else to take their turn, and it comes back round to me. I look at the cards again, and there's not a lot I can do here to now complete this part of the journey, because I've only got a blue, a green and a black. So I'm actually going to take 2 new train cards. So the cards that I have been given is, I've got multicoloured and I've got a white. Now that's actually good news for me. A multicoloured you can actually use to represent any colour on the board that you want. So for this part of the journey, I'm actually going to use it to complete this bit. 2 whites here. So that makes 1 white, that makes my second white. So I put the 2 trains there to complete that part of the journey. Those 2 go into the discard pile, and I've now completed my first train ticket from New York to Atlanta. So that then gets placed under there, and I can now take a new ticket. So my new ticket says New York down to New Orleans, and actually I've got part of that journey completed anyway. So I only actually need 1 more train to go in here, black or red. Unfortunately, I do have a black for my next go. And that is then that ticket completed too. So you can see how quickly some of these tickets can be completed. There's one other way that you could get a ticket, and that is with a coast to coast. This is a coast to coast here. And basically that means that you have managed to place trains all the way along America from one coast to the other in one continuous line. That line cannot be broken. It must be one continuous line. If you manage to do that from one coast to the other coast, then you are able to then claim this card here, and that acts as an extra ticket. The first person to get 6 tickets wins the game. There's one other way of winning, and that's if you end up using all of your trains and you haven't got any more trains left, the person with the most tickets completed is the winner of that game. So nice simple rules, easy to understand for children, easy for them to quickly grasp the idea of how to play. So a fab family game. The reason why I love this game is because it's a great strategy game. It really encourages children to think. My eldest loves coming up with ways of trying to block our routes when we're playing against him so that he can win. It's also a very fast-paced game. Each round is done very quickly, and so it can maintain children's interest. So my youngest will often flick from one thing to another, and this will keep his interest for the full 30 minutes of the game. And he will ask to play this time and time again as well. From my point of view, I love the fact that this teaches children geography. It teaches them about where certain locations are in America and what the landscape of America is like. So it can promote discussion while you're playing about, well, who lives in Washington, or what do you know about New York, or where is New York on the map? Where's the Golden Gate Bridge, etc. So there's lots of ways that this can help educationally in broadening their understanding of the world they live in. Ticket to Ride First Journey, there's going to be a new one looking at Europe as well. So again, this is going to help with children's understanding of what the UK looks like, how it's built up, what countries are within it, where the capital city London is, for instance, and also looking at Europe itself. You know, where is Germany, where is France, what are the capitals there? So it's a very, very good game educationally. I also particularly like the fact that for 30 minutes, I can take my children away from screens and from tablets and can have a game, and we all sit down together and socialise. And I think that's what makes a board game so fantastic for me, is the fact that it encourages families to sit down together and talk and play and have a laugh. Well, I hope you like the review. The board game itself was provided to me by SDVM Games, and they're the distributor for Ticket to Ride in the UK. So thank you to SDVM Games for this. I've got a giveaway that I'll be doing pretty soon in March 2017. So keep watching this space. Thanks for listening.